Is Fear returning as an HHN icon this year?
This is a hardcore Easter egg right here. We got a whole new Epic Universe collection that just dropped.
That's disgusting. That's really gross. Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It is time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2024 update. There's been a lot of cryptic information that Universal has released. We're gonna be going over that. Some new merchandise for Epic Universe, the HHN shirt of the day, the 2014, the year of The Walking Dead.
Flight 919 from Atlanta has just arrived in Orlando.
Face Alien vs. Predator, Halloween, and The Walking Dead at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, welcome back. Now, one of my favorite things about the merch, honestly, was this hat. This hat was really cool. You have the zombie right there, but the best part was the lettering for The Walking Dead glowed in the dark, and even on the back, it glowed in the dark. So it said, "Those who arrive survive. Terminus." Remember when The Walking Dead was like the thing to watch? On that note, let's head in.
Gone but never forgotten, Cabby. We miss you, buddy. All right, so what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be doing this little offering. This little offer is great. So you get a free wand with purchase of a merchandise shopping cart. You have to get $300 on the merchandise shopping cart. I'm gonna be getting the new little tribute store kind of photo offering, which is almost $100. So you can use the merchandise gift card on that and you get a free wand. There's a great little offering if you are already gonna be spending the money on merchandise. This gift card does not work for food and beverage, only merchandise. We're here at 5 and Dime. It is time. One of my favorite things to do is purchase these little personalized things for the tribute store. All right, so first off, let's do a whole little rundown. I love this little guy. Join us. That's gonna be the Tribute Store Plaza. So it says, sign up today. Be part of the Tribute Store. You can choose from one of these great films to be its star. It's gonna say, by purchasing this once-in-a-lifetime experience, you get a photo immortalized on a video cassette box, pair of socks with our mascot, limited edition color, a custom membership card, limited 1 per box. Order yours today, only at 5 and Dine or All Halsey Boutique. See a team member for more information. This is how the VHS is gonna look. 2-day rental, and then it'll have, you know, the title and everything. These socks are awesome. I kind of love that we're getting merch of the characters from the tribute store. And then here's the membership card. And we saw the membership card pop up as a little Easter egg. But so here's gonna be the 4 offerings that you can choose from. So the first one is going to be Danger Road 2, can be the action film. Then we're going to come over here, Gerg and the Ghosts again, the romantic comedy, The Trip and Fall, Sometimes Love is Confusing. This is the one I'm going to be getting. Curated Terror, Volume 6, Midnight Screamin', directed by The Curator. So we have The Curator right behind you. They will Photoshop you in with the Curator creeping behind you. This is a hardcore Easter egg right here. This is the shirt that Steven Spielberg was wearing when he was filming Jurassic Park. They are no longer selling any of the props here at 5 and Dime.
Okay, so altogether it was $95 for everything, but they also ship it to you afterward. They don't ship it internationally. Domestically, they do ship your little VHS. So now shipping is included with that price. So when it comes to the all-female Universal Monsters house, I've been hearing that it sounds like instead of Victor or Henry Frankenstein, they're gonna have Victoria Frankenstein in the house. Sounds like the bride will probably be in it, and Victoria Frankenstein. Now, Victoria Frankenstein is gonna be in the Epic Universe Dark Universe attraction. So I'm wondering if it's gonna connect with the attraction and what's gonna be happening over at Epic Universe. Are they gonna connect this house with the storyline? Now, but they have announced the annual pass holder previews. They'll be kind of launching on May 21st. You can set up your reservation. Mark your calendars for exclusive pass holder previews. On May 21st, you'll be able to make a reservation for yourself and up to 8 more pass holders to experience the all-new DreamWorks land. Choose from select dates from May 24th through May 27th. Stay tuned for more details about the reservation spot. So then the final 2 permit names have now been dropped. For every permit for each one of the houses, a nickname, which then correlates with the house and kind of a meaning, like a fun play on words. 2 new ones that have been announced, Donuts and Sunday. The names over the speculation map. You're gonna have flan for the left-hand corner, cookies, and then s'mores, donuts, Sunday, baklava, and cobbler. Now the s'mores, right, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, we've like talking about that forever. And then cookies, you got like an Oreo cookie, it's black and white, the Bride of Frankenstein. So then news about the next Exorcist film. Exorcist Believer was a house. The house is better than the film. The film is a disgrace that I will never watch again. There's like a planned trilogy. They're not bringing back that director. Mike Flanagan, Bly Manor, Dr. Sleep. He's in talks to direct the next Exorcist film in that trilogy. If anybody can save it, it's that man. He's a wonderful director. I love his work. So he can save the Exorcist franchise, hopefully, because God, Believer was so bad.
Over here at the Alcatraz bar, they have a special annual pass holder offering. Right, so Murph, what cocktail are you mixing right now?
I'm Mahjong Mule. Fear the Mummy.
Alcatraz bartenders did not design this. This was a Bitter Boy concoction. It's gonna be the Magi Mule, a combination of New Amsterdam gin, Old Forester bourbon, gin and bourbon, okay. Ginger beer, lime juice, agave nectar garnished with a orange wedge. No. All right, so you got bourbon fighting the fruity flavors, but then you also got that ginger flavor. So if you ever wanted a fruity ginger ale bourbon, you'll like this. This man doesn't know what he's doing, and I would just say, be very worried about Epic Universe drinks. He's been working on them for a while. I'm really worried about the HHN drink menu. This drink sucks. 4.5 out of 10. What was he thinking? Okay, we got so much to talk about for all the teasers that Universal just dropped. First, on Twitter, they dropped this. They don't want you to know there's something underneath. Evil for a bunch of letters and 33333. When they dropped the next coming things, it was always at like, 10:33, so all the little next teasers dropped at 33. When you look at the door, it says do not enter, and then if you look kind of at the bottom, it's almost like vines growing up the door. They keep talking about Fear, and if you kind of look at Fear's lantern, there's vines that are like growing on it, and he's got like vine all over his body. I believe this is something related to Fear. This is what we talked about when they first did that little teaser and everything. When they dropped that, they also showed off Polaroid, right, of the door. If you remember back in HHN 30, let's just go for that spot.
For HHN 30, they shot this awesome little teaser. So they filmed it right here. So that means underneath all these sewers right here, the New York Street area is kind of the underground area where Jack was, and he kind of had all those, people being tortured.
Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, back for the 30th year of Fear.
So how does this make sense, and how does this all connect? All right, so we got this underground system that's happening right underneath Universal Studios. So now what they did, they released another little teaser of someone going up to a drain.
Okay, I'm at Universal Studios. I'm hearing weird things coming from this sewer over here. Listen. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Okay, so that drain, out of all the drains at Universal, is going to be located right here, right outside Fast and Furious, and the first aid. So this is what they were filming. So what is truly down there? I got a theory. They're just keeping Cabby down there, but we're gonna have an evil Cabby take revenge.
This is exciting. We're doing this.
They sent this out to like social media people of like this person in that same room.
I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna make this quick. I followed those sounds, and I think I'm below Universal. Now, if I saw what I think I saw, then no one's safe, and it's too late.
Then we go on to the next little teaser that Universal dropped. The tweet says, "The gate has been opened."
big trailer dropped, and it's gonna be located right here.
Now, if you pause it for a split second, it kind of shows this code asking about passwords and emails and everything. So there's more kind of cryptic information coming. This is the stuff we've been kind of like waiting for years. Because honestly, like last year, they started off strong with the cryptic stuff, cryptic marketing, getting us all excited, then it flatlined. And then the commercials that were released were just not very good and didn't feel HHN. But this commercial felt very kind of old school HHN, and I'm loving it. And I kind of like how they're kind of like reinvesting into the fandom, right? Having us kind of figure everything out. I think that's one of the highlights of the HHN community, is because we love these projects so much, and we kind of love the history and the lore, and it makes us more invested, you know, in the property and the projects and the event, because, you know, we've spent so much time figuring all this stuff out. I think the team is doing an awesome job. I love this cryptic marketing. Keep it going. Don't let it stop. There's a lot of little details within the little teaser. Okay, so if we pause some of the sections within the video, you can see here we have the classic Universal Studios logo, and it says attention team members. Can't really read what's underneath, but this is definitely kind of a team member area, so team members are going in there. But it is old and vintage, so it could be, you know, an area that hasn't been used in a very long time. And then above the door it says horticulture only. Horticulture is the science, technology, art, and business cultivating and using plants to improve human life. So something in that little cocoon sounds to be a plant. If we flip over the image at the very end, we can see a reflection of the Universal Studios archways. It looks very organic and, you know, monster and root-like. And we got this like weird looking eyeball in the center of it. People are thinking Stranger Things. Stranger Things is not coming back for a couple years. Yeah, it looks like it's something related to the design, you know, of how fear looked, like the roots of evil and everything.
I got questions. They just ate one bite and they ate the bottom bun, but they didn't like pickles. Every time I was looking at food on the ground, I'm like, what's the backstory? How did this end up like this? Because if that's a Mel's burger, you're looking at almost, what, 15, 20 bucks for that thing?
Talk about a little update about the Quiet Place house. We were kind of talking about how it was probably going to be based off the Quiet Place, you know, day one, the prequel. Sounding like they're going to be splitting it up. Some people have said it could be just Quiet Place part 1 and part 2, right? First 2 films. Or it could be a combination of all 3, or it could be like, you know, a mini part 1 and part 2, and then also the prequel. It's gonna be a split up house from what everybody's saying internally. I'm still like iffy on how they're gonna pull it off, because like the main scare of like, you know, that franchise is just it being quiet, and I don't know how they're gonna pull that off. It's either gonna be the best house or like the worst house. Let's talk about, you know, this new Universal credit card that they're trying to get everybody to sign up for. Don't do it. I did it. They have these offerings of like, you get freestyle cup, $200 Universal gift cards, but you have to be approved while you're inside the park. When it dropped, I went in, applied. Now I have a immaculate credit score. So I applied thinking I was going to be automatically approved. I did not get approved. They were like, oh, it might take a week or 2. So that kind of defeats the purpose of like getting the benefits within the park, because you can only get them if you are within the park and you get approved immediately. So they were like, yeah, if you do get approved, they'll send you a credit card, but if you activate it, then you'll be charged with a membership fee. Like 3 weeks later, I got the card. I was like, oh, this is kind of useless now. Didn't activate it. Then like a week later, they sent me a bill for $100 for the membership fee. I'm like, what? I did not activate it. So then I had to like figure out and call numbers, get the credit card canceled, because like the whole reason I signed up was for those benefits within the park, which then by canceling it messes with your credit score. I do not suggest applying for this Universal credit card. There's the lounge where you get some free granola bars and water.
So over by guest services and the bathrooms, this is where the Visa little member lounge is gonna be for the card.
So right now the benefits are not good enough.
So we're now here at City Walk at the Universal Epic Universe Preview Center. I was talking about how there's kind of rumored character meet and greets potentially happening in there. We talked about how there's probably going to be Super Nintendo World characters rumored to be meeting and greeting within there, but there's going to be some other characters apparently rumored to be meeting in there also. You're going to have some face characters from the How to Train Your Dragon films potentially meeting inside the Preview Center. It's going to be interesting to see if this like rumor's true and where they would put them, because the store is pretty small. I'm excited because they were saying it's going to be interactive. I really hope it's kind of like back when they had the Islands of Adventure Preview Center. They had like this like passport, and you went into each land and room and you like got a little stamp for your passport.
Okay, so remember a couple of videos ago we were kind of talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, how he like pees into a Voss bottle. He was trying to promote sneakers on a social media, and he posted this.
With everything I sell you guys on the market, shirts, shoes, hoodies, sweats, whatever it is, I train in it daily. I go hardcore in it, and I make sure that it's perfect by the time it gets in your hands. From this never full shirt to, I want to show you a brand new colorway for the Rock Delta training shoes. This is called Desert Sand. It's a badass color, never seen before on the market in a training shoe. And I just realized you just saw my big bottle of pee. Look, I go hardcore when I train. I don't have time to go to the bathroom. I find a bottle, I pee in it, and I keep training like a beast.
That's disgusting. That's really gross. Like, could you imagine if any other celebrity like posted a video of their like pee in a bottle? I don't get why Dwayne The Rock Johnson's just getting a pass on this. It's revolting. All I'm gonna be thinking about when I'm watching the Fast and Furious films is just his Voss bottles off to the side that his poor assistant having to pour out. He's too busy to use a normal restroom. Like, what a jerk.
Major construction happened up here. They've just gutted everything. Alright, let's pop into the Universal Studios store here at City Walk. Alright, we got a whole new Epic Universe collection that just dropped. You have Epic Universe patch for $15. For $16, they have a freestyle cup beverage holder. On the strap, it's going to say Universal Epic Universe. $37 for this brown shirt. Kind of have a nice little bit of a metallic finish on the Epic Universe logo. $75 for the Spirit jersey. Kind of a tie-dye design. It says Epic Universe right there. And then on the back is Epic Universe with some stars. 75 bucks. It's not as thick as a Spirit jersey. It's more of just a long sleeve t-shirt for $75. Right, we have a new Epic Universe lanyard. $8 for an Epic Universe lanyard pouch. $25 for this little kid shirt. And then this shirt is $27. A subtle tie-dye design. $90 for this adorable little toothless lounge fly. He's even got little wings on the back. $55 for the little toothless lounge fly wallet. It has that scale design. $24, they have a toothless hat. It's just a Universal Studios on the side. $15 for the How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk mug. $25 for this little kid shirt. $27 for a new How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk hat. And then $30 for the short sleeve t-shirt. $11 for Together Heart We Fly pin. $10 for this little angry toothless pin. And then $10 for this flying toothless pin. $14 for this Isle of Berk magnet set. $15 for this kind of wooden ornament. On the back it'll say How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. $16 for this pendant. $12 for this leather lanyard pouch.
Okay, so on that note, let's go back to the office. Okay guys, we're back at the office. So let's talk about, is Fear returning as an HHN icon this year? I'm gonna show you a letter that you guys have probably like never seen. This is a letter that was given out to the cast and crew for Halloween Horror Nights. It says Halloween Horror Nights 20 cast and crew. As a lantern's inferno begins to dim to a flicker, Halloween Horror Nights 20 was a monumental success, and this was all due to each and every one of you. Thousands of guests experienced the beginning of a new era of darkness at Universal Studios, seeking new thrills, screams, and fears beyond anything witnessed previously. This success was only due to your amazing commitment to deliver a terrifying event that keeps us at the #1 haunt-themed event in the country. The horrifying attractions you helped bring to life will forever live in the nightmares of those who witnessed it. 20 years, you and those who came before have made Halloween Horror Nights a tradition that will continue to thrive with unrelenting terror into the next 20 years of fear, and there's blood splatter. So again, there's still Fear's lantern. All the icons are still in Fear's lantern. Fear is still inside the lantern with them as we saw them. So Fear's not coming back, like this says, until the next 20 years. So for HHN 40, that is when Fear will potentially probably return. Fear's not coming back, but there could be stuff related to Fear. Fear has like these roots in him, right? It's like the roots of evil. So it actually was a scare zone called Evil Roots that was for HHN 25, and you could actually spot Fear's lantern inside there. There was a bunch of different creatures, pumpkin heads, evil fairies, evil trolls, some trees, bat creatures, bush monsters, scarecrows, and farmer skeletons. Just because things in the teaser look like it's, you know, Fear, it's not Fear, right? It could be stuff related to Fear because Fear was kind of like looking over the event and kind of like orchestrating all the madness that was happening. So let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts about the teasers? What do you think it could relate to? Who do you think is gonna be the icon of the year? I've heard some rumors about who the icon could be. We'll be talking about that in the next video. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, sure hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button, join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon. He's into a Voss bottle.
Hey, no, no, no.
Hooter ain't here, what the heck?